Okay, so first let's talk about growth and development. As you know, a flower bud, it grows and develops to become a flower, and the ovary in the flower grows further and develops into a fruit. Dear students, you have learned this in class 7. Good. Now, similarly, children grow and develop both mentally and physically to become adults. Now, think of this as one of your parents. Who is this then? A father. Think of it. Now, if you go back in time, then you are seeing basically the younger self of your father. If you go back in time, and this is when your father was an infant. But what was your father before that? Remember cell theory? In cell theory, we have learned that whatever cell we have in the world today, it all came from a cell. So basically, this small kid, even it is made up of billions of cells. And at the very beginning, in the mother's womb, basically there was a single cell. Okay, and then it started division, cell division. 1 became 2, 2 became 4, and so on. And later this number become billions, and we have got a living being. Okay, see, child, then small kid, then adolescent boy, young adult, and then father. Okay, so this is the basic stage, my dear students. So growth in living things result from effectively cell division. You have to understand this. A well nourished cell grows in size and divides to form 2 cells. That's the most basic and first stage. Okay, and the resultant cells may repeat the process, and you see, whatever you are looking at, you are getting scolded by your father, you are getting praised by your father. Effectively, this all is happening because some time back, maybe 40 to 50 years back, there was a cell division, the most basic, which was responsible for your father, for making your father today. Okay, so you understand the process, basic idea. Now, as a student of science, you have to try to understand and find the reason for existence. Okay, now here we are trying to figure out the reason for existence of your father. Okay, it might sound weird, but remember, what I am telling you through this example is an importance. I am telling you the importance of cell division. Okay, next concept. So this is what we have been learning. Effectively, during this growth stage, there comes an adolescent stage somewhere in between, and this is what we are talking about. Well, we have already covered it, but let's do a little bit of recap. So growing up is a natural process, and the period of life when the body undergoes changes leading to reproductive maturity is called adolescence. So this means when a child, basically a human being, is given birth, at birth the human being doesn't have any reproductive capability or reproductive maturity. As it grows, then there comes an age when it develops the reproductive maturity, and that age or that stage of life is known as adolescence. Okay, and later on that stage continues and a person becomes a young adult who is fully capable of reproduction. Okay, well, so what's the age when this adolescence begins? Well, it starts at around 11 and lasts up to 18 to 19 years of age. And since this period covers the teens, 13 to 18 or 19 years of age, adolescents are also called teenagers. In girls, adolescent may begin a year or two earlier than in boys. Also, the period of adolescence varies from person to person. Okay, now you see, the human body undergoes several changes during adolescence, and these changes mark the onset of puberty, which is during the later stages of adolescence. Okay, so if this is the entire adolescence age, the later period is puberty. The most important change which marks puberty is that boys and girls become capable of reproduction. So basically, adolescence means the process initiates. What's the process? The process to develop the maturity towards reproduction, the initiation, is adolescence, and this happens when the hormones start getting released. Hormones start getting released and the adolescence stage begins. And after that, the various organs which are responsible for reproduction, they are developed. They slowly start developing, and finally, when they are developed, they are complete. The development is complete. We say the adolescent stage is over. That's the basic idea. Okay, so puberty ends when an adolescent reaches reproductive maturity. Remember this word, reproductive maturity. It's important. We have already covered this part of development of body in our last class. Remember, we have talked about the primary sexual characters. What are they? They are basically, you see, the sex organs by which children are identified as boys or girls at birth. They basically represent the primary sexual characters. And then what did we learn about in our last class? Basically, we learned that during adolescence, in the later stages, girls breast begin to develop. Of course, you students must have noticed this in your classroom yourself. And what has happened to boys? For them, the facial hair, mustaches and beards have begun to grow. For some of the boys, you will find them, the growth is much more compared to others. But we have already discussed this depends on person to person. Okay. Now, hair starts growing on the chest of boys. In both boys and girls, hair grows in the armpit and at the genital regions. And these characters are called secondary sexual characters. Okay, remember, don't feel shy about these things. This is a common stage in the development of a human being. You have to understand this. Don't feel shy. Okay, we are trying to understand biology of human body at the moment. So don't feel shy about what we are going to read now and study. Okay. Next comes the reproductive phase of life in humans. So first is the development of body, and now the reproductive phase. Right. Now you see, reproduction is required for continuation of human race. Right. Now suppose, just for the time being, think of the fact that all of a sudden, for the coming 10 to 20 years, suppose no child is taking birth overall, all over the world, what will happen? What do you think? If this stage continues for over 100 years, if no human being is born, then in the next 100 years, the human race will be eradicated. There will be no human race. All the buildings, cars, all this stuff, non-living things, they will be there, but there will be no human being. Why? Because reproduction has stopped. You might have seen these things in some Hollywood or Bollywood movies or anyone movies, but this is a very important fact. You have to understand. And why I am saying this? Because nowadays, because of the effect of pollution and many other factors, slowly the growth, the population rate is decreasing in many countries, and this has become a serious problem. Well, we will talk about it some other time. Let's continue. So you know that reproduction takes place by the fusion of male and female gametes. This we have learnt in the last class. Adolescents become capable of reproduction when their testes and ovaries begin to reproduce gametes. Actually, you see, there is no specific age, mostly in between 11 to 15 years. Now, it differs from person to person. You see, nowadays girls are reaching adolescent periods earlier than expected. And what's the reason for this? Well, you see, some studies explain that it is because of polluted food material such as estrogen present in the milk. This fact may also affect the boys and delay the reach of the reproductive phase. So you understand, in girls it is accelerating, it is happening earlier, in boys it is delaying, it is happening late. So this is because of the presence of some nutrient that they are eating, boys and girls. So boys and girls both are eating some food, basically milk, and the estrogen present in the milk is basically accelerating for girls and decreasing, causing a delay in reproductive phase for boys. So this is due to the presence of this estrogen, right? You see, the reproductive capacity lasts for a much longer period in males than in females. This is yet another difference between males and females. You understand? Reproductive capacity, the entire capacity to reproduce, this entire phase lasts longer in males compared to females. Though their bodies are prepared for reproduction physically, this is yet another important. Mental growth and maturity are still far away. So what we are talking about is, first the body develops for reproduction, but it doesn't mean that the person, the boy or the girl, he or she will be developing mentally as well. No, first is your physical growth. First comes the physical growth. Later on comes your mental growth. Okay, students, this is very important. This is not sometimes not mentioned in many textbooks. You must have heard your parents or your elders, even your teachers, telling some of your class boys or girls, you are not mature enough, you are behaving like a child, you are not good enough, why are you behaving like this? What has happened to your maturity? What is this? What is the meaning of this? The teacher or your parents are not talking about physical growth. They might say that your height is so tall but your maturity is so low. They are talking about mental maturity. Remember, there are two things. One is physical maturity for reproduction, another is mental maturity. Okay, mental maturity, PM, physical maturity. We can see whether a person is tall, big enough. Okay, even doctors can check, well, they are good for, they are probably matured physically for reproduction. But what about mental maturity? You have to talk to the person. Reproduction, this stage that I have talked about in my last class, this is a very confusing stage, my dear student. So at first they will take some time to understand their body. That an adolescent, boy or girl, will think, what is happening to my body all of a sudden? Why is it changing? Why am I feeling something different nowadays compared to what I was thinking in my last class? Oh my God, is there something wrong? Whether I have got some new sort of disease like COVID-19 or so. An adolescent boy or girl might be thinking like this, but this is natural. They will have to talk to their parents, teacher, elders. This is natural. You have to talk to their elders, how they have coped with this situation when they were in their adolescent stage. They will tell you. We have talked with some, our sister or brother or maybe grandparent, they have shared. Okay, parents, teachers. So it is very important. Remember, children get frightened and they get, sometimes they don't talk. This is because of all this mental maturity issue. So you have to talk, my dear adolescent students. Okay, next is the menstrual cycle. Well, you see, the first menstrual cycle begins at adolescence and is termed as menarche. Now it is a sign of starting of release of ova in female reproductive life. So you might look little bit hard for you, but for the time being just listen what is happening. I will explain later on. Now look at the sequential order of reproductive stage, what is happening over here.